Thanks so much for being here. And hi, I'm John Yo. And what I do here is I provide a safe space. I'm a safe space business coach for heart-based educators. And today's session is done by a very good friend of mine as well as my video coach. So today's session is very much on doing more with less and how to market ourselves and also learning one of the ways to market ourselves. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm here to, what I'm going to get out from here is to really learn one or two ways to do videos.
Less is more.
Less is more.
This form of video will work for you.
Correct. And there's so many video types that we should do. And for educators, I think our superpower is in educating, in teaching. And yet, we should take time from a busy schedule to do all this. So what are your advice on doing videos now?
Okay. I think I share a little very quick background info on myself because I think most of you here have never met me before. So I started my video business in 2019, but I was already working on it since 2018 when I was still working. So I left my corporate job in 2019 to officially start this as my full-time career. And back then, the business started with a lot of live stream production. So I was doing a lot of educational live streaming, not shopping live streaming, which we see now. And then over time, video becomes part of it because we also want to play materials during live stream. Yeah. So to me, live stream is like having your own talk show. So you can do whatever you want in the talk show. This set me down the rabbit hole of exploring how to do all these things, including how to make videos. And eventually, we also went into making brand videos for clients, working with agencies who run ads to make videos for their ads. And also individuals want to do their personal branding videos. And then when TikTok started to get very popular in 2020, I myself put myself on a 9-month journey to figure out what makes TikTok tick. Okay. So how to get good views, good results on TikTok. And then I found the formula. And then that's where I started sharing what I picked up from my 9-month journey. And then also I started to mentor people on their own personal brand strategy using videos, because the truth is a lot of people want to leverage on the traffic that TikTok can give. And then that's when John joined me in 2025.
Yeah, last year in January, around this time. So I started the journey with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why John is best student? Because he did 5 videos in the first week or first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I have paid you, so might as well just do as much as I can, right?
Yeah, but also it felt easy for you.
It felt easy for me, and the reason is because I've been doing, so I'm one of the pioneers who did Facebook Live when it started off, I think 10 years back. Yeah, so self-expression is easy for me. And I think for TikTok videos, just like any reels, it's more like just talking to the camera. It's the same thing as talking to the camera when you're doing Facebook Live or doing Zoom as well.
Correct. Yeah, so I think the context here, everyone is educators, right? Your top advantage over anyone else right now is you're speaking all the time. You raise your hand if you agree. If not, you fall asleep.
Raise 2 hands if you are going
to. All educators, we know. So the good thing is you are very used to talking already, like even on Zoom for sure. So you're already very used to talking to a camera. So you all are the bunch that will probably never tell me, hey, I cannot speak in front of a camera, I will freeze, that kind of thing. Not likely you have that. Yeah. I think the focus is more on what do you want to do in your videos. Let me just open the question.
Yeah. Since you're on that, what can we do for the videos, right? Maybe you can share 1 or 2 things that we can do. Being an educator myself, and I teach primary school math as well. And before I video coaching from you, I thought that all I can do is just teach math over videos. But I didn't know that there are many other ways. So can you shed some lights on that?
Yeah. So the top strategy that I gave John, I'm going to reveal your secret, John.
Yeah.
No, the top strategy is, you all probably would have heard this also before, is storytelling. Okay, storytelling, this word very easy to say, but when everybody understands need to do storytelling, when I teach video editing class, the students can easily tell me, oh, we need to do storytelling. But most people don't know how to execute. What is the storytelling? Storytelling is as easy as we are all educators, so I speak in your context. When we teach people, just telling them the theory, do they understand? You all tell me in the chat. Your teach student, be it adult, children, actually doesn't matter. When you just tell them the theory of things, do they always understand?
Maybe I can help them out. So maybe
yes or no only.
Maybe, okay, I don't teach science. Maybe I can show off a bit on what I know about science. Water cycle. So water cycle, I can teach, right? But versus, how do we actually explain water cycle to maybe a 5-year-old kid?
Yeah. Anyway, everybody say no lah. So far, nobody say yes lah. Like even for children, that if you got young children, right, you tell them, hey, you cannot talk to bad people.
Why
then they don't understand why you say this, right? The theory is don't talk to strangers. Yeah. So then you will give example, right? You will try and explain the theory with an example or an illustration, and that already is storytelling. It's nothing complicated. It's not about thinking about how wonderful the story is, how dramatic, right? Yeah. So storytelling is using examples or illustrations to help another person relate and understand. That's all.
Is it okay that we use some topics?
Yeah, but you all can try. You all can. Like, but the
Yeah.
example I give is for very young children, and then that's why all the fairy tales that we tell, they actually all got a learning out of it, right? So actually, every story, every fairy tale out there has one core message, one key learning at the end. Even you watch a 2-hour long movie, you will realize a lot of it has one core message. A lot of things happen along the way, yes, but at the end of the day, is one core message. Right? Harry Potter 3-part movie, also one core message. Right? Yeah, the intention of the author is one core message. But of course, audience can have different takeaways. Of course, the audience can have different takeaways. Yeah, but you, when you share, your intention was one core message. Yeah. Then the next part of storytelling is then, if you want an elevated storytelling, then you share real stories, not just examples. Because examples and illustrations where we teach can be made up examples, right? Yeah. But if I want to level up this storytelling, use a real story. Like, I want to say that, oh, for example, the statement that actually I want to make, my core message that I want to make is, children are the best teachers we can have. For example. Okay, so this is something that has been in my head recently because I have a 4-year-old niece, 5 days in my house. Yeah. But if I did have this, I can always think about this theory or this statement that I want to say. It wouldn't be as convincing if I didn't have a real story with it. So I've been collecting photos of my niece wearing all her different princess costumes. Every day she's a different character. And then from there, I'm collecting all this that I will use in my storytelling to show people how she is so freely being herself and what it reminds us as adults. So that would be my authentic lens. Instead of just saying, tell people. For example, it can work if you don't really have a real story to supplement your point. But if you have a real story, that would be stronger.
I think let's do one now. Because I also want to make sure that the content that we share is relatable to what they can do if they are planning to do a video right after this Zoom. Okay, let's use motorcycle. And what kind of story can we make this concept come alive?
You can start. Today, my son asked me why it rains. Correct. If I understand motorcycle correctly, because 开学校 for very long. Why it rains, evaporation, condensation.
No, correct.
Correct. I teach tuition before. Should be like, it's the whole cycle of like why it rains, right? Basically.
Okay, so back to that example. Today, my son asked me.
Yeah. So if you remember, John, right, part of our framework, right? This is the easiest opening of a video that we can have, right?
So maybe I try lah. Today, my daughter asked me, Papa, why when you come home, your shirt all wet? Then I say, oh, actually, when I alighted from the bus, I was thinking, I saw the dark clouds, but I didn't expect it to rain. But it just poured and I got wet. But then later you dry off one. Then my daughter asked me why you were dry. Because evaporation.
You explain science behind that, right? Instead of you sit there and tell people, today I'm going to teach you about water cycle. I tell you, anybody's head straight away switch off. Swipe.
Boring.
Yeah, so sorry. Nowadays marketing cannot be so straight one. Must round about one, go and park tall, walk around the garden. Tall means what? Build relationship. I always feel that marketing is like, right, you don't ask someone to marry you on the first date. You need to build a relationship. The person must trust you. The person must feel you are an option. Then they give you a chance. They see you for another date.
Yeah.
And then the date continues. You build trust. Then that's where you can ask the person, shall we get married? Is when you close the deal with your clients.
But this is so true because for marketing, actually, if you look at the essence, it's about connecting. And you look at how we buy from people who we trust. Yeah, even for myself, I also have filters for my. At the end of the day, we choose people, not necessarily must be MOE teacher or have high qualification. At the end of the day, I always ask my kids, who do you like most after the trial class? Yeah, so marketing-wise, it's about connection, it's about building relationship, and of course, to help the prospect to be seen. That means they know that you understand them, then they will choose you.
Yeah, and that's why video is the best medium to build the trust and connection because people experience you properly through the video. Just from photo alone cannot give you the full experience of a person, but video, because there's audio, there's body language, everything comes in. That's where people experience you more as a person. So just now somebody asked about how do you decide whether content should educate, persuade, or pre-qualify?
Wow, team.
No, it's good that this question, I think, came from Daniel, right?
Yeah.
This question is actually about what's the objective of my video when I want to start. No matter which objective you pick, at the end of the day, it is working for you. Always remember. If today you say my intention of this video, yes, I want to educate someone on how to pick the right tutor, for example. Your educate doesn't even have to be about the education for the kid. Right? You could be educating the parent. There's a difference between your consumer and your audience. Your audience are parents. For primary school, at least. I think secondary school nowadays, the kids can pick their own tutor if they like. Right? But primary school, decision making still a lot on the parents, right? Yeah. So the secondary school tutors, I will notice that they are doing content that appeals to the students themselves. Yeah. For primary school, I think makes more sense to appeal to the parents. So be it to educate. When you do education, already people can see how you do, what's your approach. Then you say persuade, although persuade was not your original intent, but I can tell you it is happening already. Because once they see, hey, I like this guy, he looks fun. I think maybe my kid need because the teacher in school so boring already. That's why the kid cannot absorb what. For example, the water. Every piece of content you do is actually part of the persuasion journey. Yeah. Okay. Then the pre-qualify very easy, when you are when you're being yourself, doing whatever you do best in the video, people who like you will come in. People who don't like you, they are filtered out. It's already qualifying. The fact of your presence there is already qualifying. For example, now some of you may like my style. You may feel you want to learn more from me. Then some of you may feel, hey, cannot. This style not my preference. It's already qualifying. Just through my very unrehearsed natural sharing right now. Yeah.
I think
So when you be, that's the best filter already, because the people who resonate will come to you. The people who are repelled, they will be repelled, and it doesn't matter. You don't need those people. Yeah, you can't work with people who don't feel they like you in the first place. Right? They wouldn't work with you anyway. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question, Daniel.
I think I can
also go in with intention of educate.
Let me add my 2 cents as well as an educator. I do have children who told me that they like me, as well as I have my fair share of experience hearing from kids who say that I don't like you. Yeah. So I think I understand where Daniel is coming from, because I think this is a common concern of educators who put themselves out there. Should I be portraying as someone who I think that parents want to see? Someone who is very stern, someone who is very knowledgeable, someone who is qualified. Actually, it's quite true, because I'm also in a tutor's Facebook group, and the concern is quite valid. But I think if you really understand how your best students that you have now choose you are, actually they choose you not because you are very good in teaching math or science. They choose you because probably you're very fun, you're pretty or handsome. Okay, that doesn't apply to me. It's quite sad to hear that. And they think that, oh, actually you are very wise. We have a client who said that, oh, actually the student said, oh, you're very wise, you know to play chess some more. Then after the lesson, the child plays chess with the tutor. And that what makes the child stay in the class. It's a true story from one of the clients right now.
Yeah, that one is a motivation model, ma.
Correct. Yeah. So to end off, before I pass back to Jocelyn, I think it's pre-qualifying. I think it starts off with knowing who you truly are. What about you attract your current clients? And then you magnify that, and don't care about what other people want. Only care about how you shine as a person.
Yeah, correct. Thank you, John, for sharing more in detail this part. Exactly the kind of angle we have always been going for. If you're worried about people who don't like you appearing, or people judging you, or so-called losing potential clients, the fact is that we can never serve 100% of the market. All you need is a healthy group of clients. You all also know your own capacity, right? Because tuition education is something that takes time, and time is our limited resource. So at any given time, we are only having a limited pool of students anyway. And you just focus on the quality of this group of clients that you bring in. So your video qualifies clients for. But for the fact that Daniel asked this means he's thinking about it very strategically.
Yeah.
Okay, some very quick question, quick answer. What software do you recommend? CapCut. No other. I train people in CapCut editing too in the WSQ course. And I think over there, we are probably the only one in Singapore right now using CapCut desktop in the training. Yeah, it is the best prosumer level editing software now. Like there's a lot of templates, preset things inside that makes your editing easy. Like adding interesting elements to your video is way easier in CapCut than in more formal professional editing software. Yeah.
Do you want to share a bit on the difference between the free one and the paid one?
There is actually no difference in how you use the software. It's a matter of, do you get additional resources inside the software?
Yeah. What's the difference of the paid one?
You can do everything as templates. You just avoid those that shows this purple diamond, which is a pro. Which is under pro, yeah. And actually, when you are using, they don't stop you from using anything. You just cannot export after that. If you just want to learn, you can do anything you want. Let's say you open a project, you just want to play around, you want to learn, you want to test out all kinds of things inside the project. But after that, when you want to export, then they'll prompt you, you use this pro feature, that pro feature. But to test it out and have a feel of it, is actually nothing is stopping you, and they won't stop you from anything. But if you use a free one, you still can export, right? If you avoid all the pro features, you can export. Okay. That means it's a permanently freemium plan. They have a permanently free model, like Canva, like that. So the logic of the free and the pro is very similar to Canva. Yeah, they let you use everything, but just that certain resources, they will have a difference between the crown and no crown. So now CapCut has added in more and more AI features Like you can directly generate AI video clips inside Cap. You can generate AI images inside Cap. You can do avatar videos inside Cap. Yeah, correct. Xavier's summary is correct. You can do anything during a working project. They just don't allow you to export after that.
So you mentioned about the AI. Okay, personally, I don't use any AI besides the part that the AI tool help me to filter out my word fillers. Yeah, I believe that some of them may be asking, oh, to save time, can I just do a
There's two types of AI. Yeah. So CapCut has always been a very AI-powered editing software in terms of, I think the best feature that came out from them is the auto captions.
Yep.
Which they used to give us free flow on free last time, now only limited to 2 users per month for free. But if you do talking videos a lot, right, it's such a time saver, just pay for it. Our time is worth more than that $100 plus per year.
Yep.
Okay. But I think now they're having promotion. New users got some discount code, I think 105 per year for the first year. They always show they are not like other apps, USD. And so they started with all these AI-powered features. Then now they added in all the generative AI things. And it's directly in the desktop software.
Yeah.
So mobile version also can do.
Yeah, I would like to ask, because nowadays, a lot of tech is driven by AI, and then some educators may be thinking, how much AI should I use? From not using AI, which is one end of the spectrum, to I just create AI videos now, and then because people say do videos right, then I might just outsource to and buy some videos or generate AI videos full-fledged and go out. What's your take on that?
I think if you want to do tutorial videos for students, right, you can use the help of AI. Because they're already your students and the purpose is to learn something. So if AI helps you make an interesting teaching video, why not? But for marketing, right, I ask you all think, why do you all think a student or a parent chooses a tutor? You can just type in the chat.
Yeah.
Why do you think a parent chooses a particular tutor?
They think they chose me based on my look. So I must show my face more often.
And plus the fact that you got 3 kids. Maybe.
Hey, what? I'm going to keep them out already.
Hey, look, this person look very trustworthy. When you say look for, doesn't mean about handsome one. Like how you look is your vibe. It's a bit abstract. People will say they like my laughter. It's not that I'm pretty or what. But I feel happy lah.
Yeah, I think the parents say that, oh, I look trustworthy.
Or maybe you can be stern also as a dad. Then they want this kind of sternness in the tutor. It's possible, right? Yeah. So Daniel say trust, Xavier say feels correct. It's an animal. With this right in place, you all think putting a fake version of yourself out there really work to help you get the students?
I think the answer is very clear.
It's not for me to show you use the avatar. You just ask yourself back this question. Will the avatar represent you rightfully enough to attract your clients? Your ideal clients, specifically. Yeah. No harm trying because low effort, low risk. Let the data tell you. Yeah. That's the beauty of the digital now. A lot of things are generally low cost, low risk to try. So at the most doesn't work out, you stop doing it.
Yeah. If you want to also try, okay, I'm sure that you have a lesson maybe today or tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Before you start the class, ask your students what they like about coming here. Don't ask what they like about you because it's leading. You ask them what they like about coming here or what they like about your class. And high chance it's not about your science, your knowledge is very good or you're very good in teaching science. Probably the one yes, but it comes later. You may start to hear things about you.
Correct.
If you don't hear about you, it's also a form of self-reflection. Like what can be improved.
Correct. Every feedback is data lah. Don't have to take it personally. Yeah. So Xavier asked, can you feed character screen and get AI character? Yes. So I did. Maybe I'll show you all very quickly what I did.
Yeah, sure lah. Hey, in the meantime, if you have next question, please feel free to put in time.
Xavier's question is very good. Right. Which brings me to one point. Every video is not either or. Can you mix your own real person content with AI content?
See, how do you mix AI with human?
So you record yourself talking, explaining something, but then maybe you created an animation thing, then that goes in between. And nowadays with editing, easily you can place yourself in part of the animation as well, like your face there still talking. Your talking head is still there, but the video is playing in the background, right? Yeah. So if you have seen other people do it right, it means that it totally can be done. Okay, let me share screen. Hang on. I should be allowed to share screen.
Now it's spotlight, so I don't know how you turn on.
I also don't know. You see like
yeah. Also learning.
So
nice.
Windows open. Okay. I told them to reimagine me as the characters from Inside Out to talk about storytelling because that's related to my work, right? But I want the characters, the emotion characters, to look like me, like a version of me. So I have a whole series of very nice images from there. And then I found this and I did this. Okay, let me see. The sound must share also.
This one is in CapCut.
Wait, I tell you, technical is very easy one. Okay?
Yeah. Hey, what I asked, because I also, it's something new to me.
You know how sometimes you feel really sad and you don't really want to talk about it, but that is actually the best moment for you to leverage for your content.
My voice.
Did you use Synthesia?
No, it's just my voice. I taught an actual voiceover.
Oh, so it's not AI created?
The voice is not AI, but the movement of the character is because that was a static image.
Okay.
It animated for me based on what I say. Yours for the mouth movement is correct. I mean, there are many different tools that can do this now, but that one is called Dreamina. If you follow Chinese social media, it's called Jimong. You might have heard people talk about it. So it's under CapCut. It's also by ByteDance lah. So CapCut is ByteDance. Then they also came up with their own AI called Dreamina. Their model is called C-Dance lah. Those of you who follow the news. You don't need to go to the website to do this, but now in the CapCut desktop version, everything is inside. You can upload an image, type a script if you want to use AI voice, or you can record your own voice over, and then they will be able to do it for you. So the CapCut Pro are getting more and more worth it because they keep adding on all these new features for the amount of money that we were already paying for those of us who have Pro. Yeah. If you want to make it fun, I could take all those images that Chat generated for me. I could totally start a social media channel talking about emotions through these characters if I want to. If I want to do a faceless channel. Yeah, but for you all, right, you still want to show yourself. But this can be a special series that you do. If you like doing such thing, you create a character that reflects who you are. And you can release such a series. And then it shows people that you are an innovative educator lah. Or you just pretend to have a conversation with another character. That means you involve yourself and the AI character. These are ways that I feel AI is not here to replace entirely anything, but to enhance it.
I like it. When you talk, right, so that one is spoken by you. And is the audio file being mapped over the image?
So the software will guide you lah, that you record a voice over first. And then you upload this image, then they will animate for you.
Got it.
So this is how I feel that it's AI, but we add our own real element. Because having your own voice, better lah, I feel lah. Yeah, but if you are doing the conversation idea that I said, then of course you don't really need the character to be your own voice. And then the character can be another AI voice, doesn't matter. AI voice, children's voice also nowadays. So if you want a kid character, also can. So you pretend, ask you this kid, this child character asks you a question, and then you appear as the teacher to answer. Easily done in the editing software.
It's like a role play in a
Yeah,
video.
but you don't need a real person to role play with you. Actually, the image of a real person will work also. Just that mine, it was a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just
AI
before-
enhanced law.
Just before we move on to the next question, I think to make it relatable to the tutors, one of the content that you can do is, of course, you can just explain a question with a solution. The other one will be what Jocelyn has shared, which is if you want to share a concept in a cute way that interests the kids, maybe you use a cartoon to share.
Be cute way lah, can be anything lah. You can create a character that represents a parent.
A way that you think that your audience can relate to.
Yeah, can try, very low effort and low risk. Because now we know ChatGPT, Gemini, all can create very good images already. The image itself can be the basis of the character already. You upload someone's photo, ask them to turn it into an animated character for you because you don't want to use real person, right? As a reference point, you also can. Yeah. Because for some of you to 100% say don't use AI in the creation process, you might feel that some people don't like it, right? Yeah. But these are all options. The more you know, the more options you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let's
how to
move on
create content
to
that
another
engage? I think
question.
we shared a few things already. Okay.
I'm looking at some questions that I'm looking at. What is the ideal duration of the videos?
Do you remember what I told you before, John?
I know lah, but I ask you, man, what's your guess here, man? If I share, I just do a solo one.
No, you share means it comes from your experience and your results. Okay.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you think you say as much as you want to get your message out, no need to care about the timeline.
There is, okay, I can give you advice on a range, right? But do not get too hung up on the duration. What I want to share is the short video market is not that short anymore. I always joke with people, it's not hot pants short anymore. It's my mother's most viral. Okay, so I have a channel on TikTok that features my mom doing reviews, and then we started doing recipe videos. Our best performing video is more than 6 minutes long. So when people think on social media now, everybody attention span is short, the video has to be very short, right? So the thing is to have clear objective, get your clear objective, know what's the message you want to deliver, how are you going to deliver it. You can have pointers, you record yourself. Why? The pointers will guide you so that you don't start straying and talk about other thing or other grandmother story that help your message. You record yourself. In editing, you can always throw away things that you feel irrelevant. You're all tutor, you all can speak quite naturally, freely. I don't encourage anyone to have a word script. When you do something so word, the moment you stumble, you panic and restart all over again. And I can tell you, you restart your energy already.
Yeah.
You're very sian already, and then it will show up in your video. So just have pointers to guide yourself, speak freely, and you will come across more natural and real on camera. After that, in editing, if there's anything you feel is unnecessary, extra, you throw it away. So end of the day, the duration is, did you complete conveying what you want to convey? Of course, the other tactic is how do I get people to watch beyond the first 5 seconds? But once you're past that, the truth is not everyone will watch through the whole video. They will watch enough for whatever they need. But the moment you start, the thing is, it's not just about how long people stay with you, it's also do you appear regularly in front of people. Likely you join because you started seeing John appear here a few times. The golden number last time was 7 touch points before someone makes a decision.
Now should be more already.
Now it's 13, like almost double.
Or maybe
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I think it will keep increasing.
Mm.
So then, from a marketing viewpoint, you also start asking yourself, how many touch? Where am I in terms of touch points? Written posts are still good. If you're already posting written posts, that's good. Continue with this muscle of your self-expression. Then the next part is that, where else can my self-expression go? Talking in a video.
Yeah, I think for the first 10 videos that you do, I think don't get hung up by the
Converse.
Yeah, you just want to do and knowing that this is a long game, not like you do this week and it's done. Yeah, in the past I used to do teleprompter. Then I realized that when I cannot catch up, I panic. Then I took Jocelyn's advice and just write the points, just to remind me what to say. Yeah, because I know that some of you are going to read off word by word, and your audience is going to just feel that you're reading. And how they know? They can see your eyes move left and right. Yeah, it's reading, and they don't feel you. Once they don't feel you, you're gone. Yeah.
Only the very pro people carry off teleprompter without you knowing. In fact, it's harder, that's why.
How the eyes look straight?
The very people, they know how to hide it with their body language. If you keep having hand movement, people might not notice that your eyes are reading.
Like that.
No, let's say you talk, you animate a lot. Your expression is more... Because a lot of people, when new to teleprompter, they are quite stiff. Yeah, correct. So the moment you're very stiff, people should see your face only, ma. But if you're walking,
True.
you are doing other things in the visual, then people might get distracted from the eyes. So those are the pro people, they can hide it with their body language.
It's like those news anchors, they are always reading off.
Yeah,
But
but
you
then
know
they'll be smiling, and then they are using their verbal expression to distract you from the fact that they are reading. Yeah, correct. And then when you read, some Singaporean got this habit, when we read off something, we always like to end our sentence with a go up, man.
Is it?
You also many.
Oh.
Today I went to the zoo. But when people read out something, they have their reading voice that comes out, and it's obvious.
Yeah, but if let's say it's your first time doing it, right, you want to read out 5.
Yeah, correct. Build the muscle.
You start out first, then as you get more confident, you can just have points.
Actually, I link this back. Yeah, correct. Do whatever makes you feel safe first. So if you feel safer having more detailed words in front of you, then do it.
And why I want to add that is because I've talked to many educators now, and the truth is, as much as we know that this is the way to go, we have to put ourselves out there. But many times when I talk to them, I realize that it's like fear of being judged. They do the video already, they edit, very nice. They push out already, then they worry, then they delete. Yeah, it's quite, I see that. So I think the focus here is not doing a great video that you think will go viral, which is not the objective here. But the aim is to have a plan that you push out video and don't check it. Yeah, just push out every week, once a week or twice a week, and that's good enough. It's a long game.
Actually, I have a bit more deep.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
When we get worried about what others think about us, right? Who are you focusing on?
Me.
You are focusing on yourself. But if you truly feel that what you do helps another person, should you be focusing on yourself or them?
Them. But it's really hard. The truth is really hard, yeah.
But when we have fear and anxiety, it's because you get too caught up in yourself and your feelings. Yeah, but you realize that really the successful people, they IDGAF about what others think. It's because they are so focused on the benefit that they can give other people. They don't care even if they look stupid themselves. Yeah.
Let me just share a bit. When I push up the videos that I do, right, because it's all the big hit. Then, yeah, so you can see my TikTok. Most of the videos that I did is the talking head one. Yeah, so that case, I'm someone who don't really care about how people look at me. I will not comb my hair. I will not make sure that I change my clothes or put a skin color. Is it the blusher or what? Okay, never mind. I don't do it. Yeah. So anyway, I do have comments, people saying that, wow, who is this guy? Didn't even comb the hair and talk. Or there are some people who commented, look at this guy, all the hair. Okay, the truth is I get affected at first. But later I like, never mind, I just push out now. Yeah, so actually it still get me sometimes. But I think what I do about it is my choice.
I give you another perspective, right? The people who like to scold people online, criticize people, give unpleasant comments, right? You think the problem is them or you?
Me.
I'll tell you how someone feels about something is on them, it's not on you. Even the prettiest girl on Instagram also can kena hate comments on. The most perfect looking person online, also somebody will don't like them. The most famous celebrity, also there will be people who don't like them. The fact is we will not be able to please everyone. We can only so-called attract whoever resonate with us, that's all. But you will be surprised to find actually most people are positive. It's just that our brain go and focus on the negative first. So you think what if the bad thing happened? Then why you don't ask what if the good things happen? What if I get such a surprise that totally flips what I thought? Instead of what if I get a bad comment? What if I get such a good comment? What if somebody message me say, can my kid join your class? The what if is always both are possible one ma.
Yeah. I think it's true. In fact, I would say at least 90% of the comments are positive. You just want to do that.
Bothered by the bad stuff, and then the good stuff we have a tendency to like that lor.
Yeah.
But we forget to celebrate the good stuff, and then we like focus the not so pleasant stuff. It's normal human brain somehow works like that. Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I can add in as I age, I'm not very young anymore. My girls are really big now, like teens. I realized that if we don't get comments with people disagreeing or hate comments, that means we are not pushing out enough. Another school of thought that I have is if you're not getting any disagreement, that means that your videos are too objective. And the truth is, if you want to ask yourself, are you saying something just to please people? Or are you saying what truly means about you? To show who you really are, to show your point of view, to show your style, to show your tone, to show who you really are, the truest self.
Correct. It's about making a stand. For example, take GE for example. Right, because when they do campaigning, they must make it very clear what is their stand on things, correct? So the person is in a way put in a situation that they must make it clear what is their stand on things. And the moment they have that, right, that's where of course controversy will happen. Yeah. If you are playing it safe, controversy won't happen a lot. Like what John said, or maybe you are saying things that's safe, that's neutral, that what you think people want to hear. But even when you say what you think people want to hear, tell people who disagree.
Yeah. So might as well say things that you want, right?
Yeah, no difference one actually. People will haters gonna hate lah. Taylor Swift say one. The person if the person is very negative for whatever reason, anything also they can become negative one. The rainbow in the sky also can become negative for them. 看什么看 so glaring. Anything that is double-edged sword, both side one, right? It's a matter of you choose the side that powers you. Yeah. Choose the side that gets you moving, that gets you to what you want, instead of the side that stops you.
And I think that's saying a lot of this. I know that many of us come in wanting to know how to do good content, how to do good hooks, how to do good call to action. These are the technical side. But I realize that many people, I think sometimes we overthink all this, but we don't ask ourselves, actually, why are we doing this? And how can we use the videos to really express who we really are? Yeah. So that's why I'm putting a bit more time on the why and the mindset on doing videos. Okay. So having said that, now we can go to the technical side because of the time as well. Carlin asked, is it true that we need a good hook at the end of the video, not at the start of the video, to keep people engaged and continue to watch the video? So maybe you can cover the start and also when you use the action, so you can do a start and the end.
Okay, number one, firstly, the truth is that most people will not see your call to action if it's at the end. Because those of you who have done enough video, if you look at your data, you will know that the percentage of people who finish watching the video is generally not very high.
3 to 5%.
Yeah, very low and single digit. If you get 10%, I tell you, that one is already okay.
It's a jackpot.
Secondly, the misconception people have about call to action is, sign up, like a selling kind of call to action. But call to action doesn't always have to be a converting, selling kind of call to action, right? You can be asking people to just comment something, right? So you can invite engagement through your call to action. You can also ask someone to follow your account for more insights, more tips, etc. It doesn't always have to be a DM me if you want to, that kind of call to action. Thirdly, call to action is not just verbal at the end of the video. You can always add graphics early in the video. Comment below what you think. Right? So that means while you're talking, you're not even wasting time to verbally say out. When you are talking something, there's a visual on screen already to tell people what you want them to do. Call to action is basically making it clear to people what you want them to do. So why I proven this on my mom's cooking video, right? I think at around 10 seconds, I put, number one, I put one thing to keep them watching is recipe at the end. Full recipe at the end. After that, after maybe 1-2 seconds, I put follow us for more recipes.
That's your call to action.
That's a text graphic, yeah. And I don't wait until the end, okay? Because I know most people don't watch to the end. I put it before 15 seconds, all this thing happened already. And then really, that video brought us, that time at that stage, it doubled up our follower count. And until now, that video contribute to like 75% of our follower count when I look at the stats. So these 3 points should be enough for you all to know. It doesn't always have to be selling. You can be visual and you can come earlier on. Don't wait until the end. Though the typical flow people will tell you is the third part to plan, yes, but it doesn't have to come at the back. Then the hook, right?
Actually, I like what you say. I think I'm going to try that, which is to put comments, the text maybe at the bottom I'll just
around the
tap on.
middle of the video, the middle third.
Yeah. So the caption will be at the chest level, right? Then the CTA will be
Close your
somewhere like this.
face. Sure.
Oh, my
I hope
face.
you all can see your face. If you turn on the grid in your camera, roughly
Like that. Is that?
it's chunked into 9 grids, ma. So your eyes is around the top third, right? Second third got quite a lot of space. So your call to action around your chest area.
Okay, so right here.
Then lower down is below the call to action can be your caption. As long as you avoid the bottom third. The bottom third usually has the apps like description, profile information, that kind. So you don't put your text all the way at the bottom for sure.
Got it.
Look at, if you scroll TikTok, you will see that there's description below, man. Then you will block all your important things.
Yeah, a lot. And then they also have auto captions.
Or that one is depend on the user turn on and off.
So
But
I can
usually
turn
that
off.
one is just like on the left hand side.
Okay. But sometimes they actually block off my captions.
That one, no lah, because it's a user choice, we can't control.
Oh.
Like for me, I turn it off because it will block me from the creator's original captions. I think it works very well in the US because their accents are always picked up accurately, but in our accent, it's not very accurate. It's the same thing for YouTube's auto captions. A lot of Americans, they will not do their own captions in videos because they just leverage on the YouTube one. Because it's accurate enough. But for us, or if you have different accents, it makes sense to better put your own.
Yeah. Okay, so for my CTA, right, I have used a few. One is to, okay, so for example, let's say I'm promoting my lesson and I just put post lesson below and I will reach out to you via DM.
Keyword.
Yeah. Or there was a time I'm promoting my book. It's a PSLE math book. So I say comment PSLE below and I will send you the link via DM. Okay? Yeah. Then the other is asking questions. So there was a video whereby there was a kid who did well, but the mom scolded him upside down. I think you remember. And now it's still getting views. It's about 60,000 views now. And after 1 year, it's still getting comments. People are being swayed by, do I side with the mom or not? Okay. Yeah. So that one is, I asked a question, what would you have done? Yeah. In a situation or something like that. Yeah. So people do actually post quite a lot. And some comment is really long. Yeah. Yeah. Then
People
others
feel strongly about it.
Correct. Then others is like the post, which is quite simple, or just follow me for more videos. Yeah. So there are a few that you can play with.
You don't know what call to action to put, just do the follow me thing.
I like the part that by you say watch until the end, recipe at the end. So it somehow is an incentive for people to watch until the end.
It's a very common tactic. You all would have seen other videos. Oh, these are the top 3 things you must avoid if you blah blah blah. The last one is the most important. I tell you, you watch to the end, then you realize, wow, it's very important, man. No, they just wanted to get you to watch to the end. It's a very common tactic. If you watch a lot of video, you will have noticed it. Edward is like smiling. I remember so many videos do this.
Yeah. So the other strategy is you can do a list, like these are the top 3 things. So when you say 1, 2, and then you don't say 3, people it's going to flag your video.
For listicle, then this tactic will work very well.
Yeah. So it's something that you all can use as well. These are the top 3 things that kids must know to do well for science. Okay.
If it's back to the hooks thing, so now we talk about the beginning, right? Because nobody will arrive at the back if nobody watches through the beginning. If John recall, I don't like to use the word hook.
Opening.
I call it an opening. When you give a speech, you always have an opening. You go anywhere, you always have an opening, right? And in this opening, what do you want to achieve? You want people to feel something so that they pay attention to the rest of whatever you want to say. So just that in this case, the opening cannot take too long, right? It should be like 1-2 lines. Yeah. So my approach is this. Keep it real and conversational. Because nowadays, what people like in short videos is the feeling of they are like being on a video call with that person only.
Oh, this is new to me.
It's the logic behind what I asked you all to do. I say why I keep it relatable and conversational, because people just feel that they can relate with something real. Instead of all the tactical hooks. Like you go online, you can find lots of tactical hooks. 50 hooks, 100 hooks, templates that you can use. Yes, for a start, right, if you really don't know what to do, because my community has my whole list of tactics, right? But for a start, if you really don't know what to do, yes, you can use those hook templates. But over time, I also know that consumers are getting very savvy. They can see through these tactics. Of course, it still works from a psychological viewpoint. But we don't always have to think of, don't overstress yourself with, I must have a hook. Because I have had people who they got stuck with hook and then they never did the rest of the video level.
Yeah. True story. All these actually paralyze people. And now they don't do anything.
They get too focused on what do I craft my hook, and then in the end they never did the rest of the thing. So sometimes another tactic I say, you just share your story naturally first, watch through your recording, find a sentence that could surprise people, shock people, or get people to stop and think. So it could be something that you naturally blurted out in your head when you were sharing the story. Why I say this? Because everything I tell you is all tried and tested one. I was doing a video of my travel to Taiwan, and then I wanted to tell people about this particular place that's a new popular spot lah. And my angle in my head, I was thinking, yeah, people always going Ximending. I didn't even bother to go Ximending this time.
It's a place in Taiwan.
Correct. So Ximending is a very popular, a bit like Orchard Road, right? Like people come Singapore, sure go Orchard Road, that kind. Yeah, in Taipei. And then when I was editing my video, I just blurted out this line, enough of Ximending. 3 words only, and that became my hook. And why it works? Of course, after that I analysed why it works, right? Number one, people who are interested in Taiwan, they hear Ximending, they will know this is about Taiwan. So the context is correct already. The audience of who will stay to watch is correct already. There is a relevant keyword in the sentence. Okay? Enough of is there's emotion involved. Enough of.
Again, oh my gosh, again.
Yeah, people like, what do you mean enough of Ximending? Like curious, or people who are really sick of Ximending, enough of Ximending. So it will appeal to different people slightly differently, but it gets the curiosity part in. And it's just 3 words. I think I give you another example for my mom's one. And also something that popped up in my head. Okay, because we do food reviews and then after that recipe videos, right? And then I realized I'm always actually blurting this thing out to people all around me. When it's got to time with food, right, we will ask the people, hey, today eat what?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You sure what? You walk around with your friend, hey, today what we want to eat?
Today you what?
Or your family, hey, today
Press
eat what?
English.
It's so effective, okay? In English, so many things is expressed in 3 words.
Yeah.
But for me, contextual, I put mommy, today eat what? Because my video features my mom. And it straight away, what's the signal it tells people who see this? Today eat what? Sure got to do with food. So interested in food people, they will stop. Then slowly the next few sentences will reveal that today it is either a food review or a recipe. People interested in cooking will stay for the recipe videos. In fact, I thought our broader audience is people interested in food review because more people want to eat than to cook. But in the end, our recipe videos outperform our food review videos. So that also brings us, actually, the more specific you do, getting in the right audience, they will watch longer, and watch time is a huge element of whether the platform push your video out more or not. If you can keep people watching longer, they will push your video out even more.
Yeah. So what I learned from here is don't think too much. Just get it done. And then for the hook, you rewatch the video and then you'll see what's actually strike your heart chord, stir up an emotion.
So you can edit that sentence out and repeat it at the front. You just record another very short clip of that sentence and put it at the front.
Yeah.
Either way will work.
Yeah. For the tutors out here, I think one of the things that I connect with parents, I teach my kid want to vomit blood.
Yeah, you use that, right?
I use that. Yeah.
Vomit blood.
Yeah, the one with the 60+ K views.
Yeah, the right people will find it relatable.
Yeah. But I think I also want to share what if the tutor is not a parent. Actually, when you talk to the parents, right, they come to you very anxious, very worried. So while you're talking to them, I know that you're trying to address some needs. Also hear what they are saying and also hear how they say it. I think that's still a lot of emotion, right? Have to remember it. Then keep for your hook.
Always have a notes page to type down your stroke of inspiration. I can tell your ideas are everywhere, but are your eyes and ears open for it? And then you will always think, I remember this. No, please don't trust your memory. We don't remember. Type it out somewhere.
I know, you're so young. You still got a tree in front of you.
My tree is at the back.
Okay, fine. 23 years old. I'm the oldest one. I'm already at 47 this year. Oh my God, I'm becoming old.
Few years younger than you.
Still young.
But the thing is, because as we go through too many things happening a day, we really won't remember something that flashes into your head for that moment. You won't remember. Yeah. Then when you need idea, then you scramble thinking that you got no idea. No, you just forgot to jot them down.
All right. If too lazy to type out, use the voice to text. So open up your note app in the iPhone. Just open up and then name the note ideas, and then below just use voice to text.
Sometimes certain concept I also feel is a bit harder for me to type it out exactly the way I want. In text first. Yeah.
One of the hack that I can share here, maybe is actually to send message to yourself. Yeah. So actually for WhatsApp, I have set up in a way that I can send message to myself.
All right.
Yeah. So whatever notes I want to keep, I just leave a voice message to myself, and then I pin it to the top.
I give one more tip because I remember something about being naggy. You verbal diarrhea into your ChatGPT first. And ask them to draw out the concise points for you. Then you have your pointers for your video already.
Oh, that's very smart. I want to do that.
Okay. So if you feel, because you just verbal diarrhea, say whatever you want, let ChatGPT capture it, they will draw out the points for you. Of course, my custom GPT that I give my paid clients, I can do the same thing, but because it includes my framework, my custom GPT. Yeah, but the similar logic can work in a normal chat also. Sometimes you just feel something very strongly and then you don't even really know what to make out of it. You just verbal diarrhea and send it into ChatGPT first and let them give you maybe the clearer visuals of it. And then from there you can turn it into a piece of content. You can do a written post. You can turn the written post into carousel, swipeable post. then you can also use it as a guide for your video.
Yeah.
So actually, there are many ways to get things done. At the end of the day, I think you have to ask yourself, how badly do I want the benefits that comes with it? Are you ready to stand out amongst the crowd? I can tell you the reality is 99% of people are not creators. Only 1% of people are. In a general population manner, in any industry manner also.
But doing that, it shouldn't stop you from creating.
No, the thing is, you ask yourself, are you going to be a top 5%? No? Are you going to be that 5% that is different?
So as in the top 5% will be people who actually make themselves known.
And they are willing to commit to doing videos to let people know, to benefit others lah, actually. Yeah. If you have a mind block about selling, which a lot of people do, you ask yourself, are you doing justice to the people who are missing out on you? If you always think and judge other people, so lousy also can get so much business. You don't blame that person, you blame yourself because you did not present yourself as an option. That's why the lousy people got the business. The not so good people got the business because they got good at letting people know who they are. Yeah, it's easy to sit there and judge, but then are you doing justice to the consumers? Because they don't know you, they can't choose you if they don't know you. Yeah.
What we're trying to say here is in today's market, right, it's about making yourself seen.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
let people know you're an option for them
Mm,
and why you are the best option for them. Best
Correct.
meaning most suitable because best is subjective, right?
Yeah.
But if people don't know you, they can't choose you.
So there are many cases whereby there are many educators who think that they are very good, but they're not seen. They get less students.
Actually,
then-
referral, of course, referral works. But then if you feel
Mm.
referral not enough for you, like you got capacity for more, then that's when that more people need to know about you.
I can also share my journey lah. I think I told you before I met Jocelyn, I actually gave up on video creation. Yeah, so then my belief was like, all this for the young people. Yeah, I'm too old to play that game. Then I joined her coaching. Then I realized that actually quite easy to do videos and it's not as complicated as we think it is. So sometimes finding the right framework that is the best fit for you. And for me, storytelling is easy because I do like to tell stories. Yeah. But the hardest part is about creating it, hearing yourself, and also that little voice in your head that, is this really me? Sometimes I'm not good enough. Yeah. For the first video, I remember I did 20. The first very high energy. In the back, I can feel the throat. So later, as I do more, I get more confidence. Then I realized that, okay, I'll just do at most 3, and then I'll choose the best one, and then I'll edit it, and then it will just go out. So start somewhere if you have your reservations.
A lot of them here actually did say that they got start posting videos lah.
Start or stop.
Yes, there's now quite a number of them say yes, are already posting videos.
Yeah. So no matter what
how
reason,
make it work better for you lah.
or the other thing that I told my clients is, you don't do it for the public, you do it for your students. Then you, for example, let's say in today's class, right, you can see that, I'm going to do a video for you on motorcycle. And I'm going to post on TikTok for you to watch, okay? Yeah, so you do that for your students and send to them. Because when you say it's a declaration that you're going to do it. And since it's already out there in the public, right, other people will watch lah. So I think that one, it does help some tutors who are a bit fearful of sharing videos. I hope that helps. Okay, last call for questions. Any more? Okay, for my private clients, after this Zoom, right, please stay back for a short while. It's an opportunity for you to ask questions lah, in case you have any questions that you think that you want to ask Jocelyn. So there'll be 10 minutes of time with her. Okay? Video creation is something that I also do. And I think one of the things that I want to support the tutors community is to equip them with video creation skills. I think it's not just the creation skills alone, but also having peers like all of us here to support. Yeah, because for skills-wise, you can actually watch the videos from YouTube. There are tons of them out there. But I think what I got benefited from this is the support from peers lah. It's more fun and less scary to do together. Thanks so much for your time, and then thanks so much for sharing.
Bye-bye. Thank you everyone for being so engaging with your questions.